Okay, so you were just talking about the generations and all the kids in the family.
Yeah.
Can you just start and explain your family just so I understand? But
Yeah, my mom got married when they were, teen, and that time those they don't have those romance or arranged by the family that they
Arranged
had
marriage.
them. So when mom and dad they met the first night they got married, they see each other.
First time they met?
Total stranger. And they got married, and my dad was very respectful man, But my mom is come from a lot of girl. Her family had like 8 girl and 1 boy or something, and all died, during the 1930, those age 20, a lot of diphtheria going on.
Oh,
So
diphtheria?
she lost all girl, boy,
God.
and beautiful girl. She lost like 13, 12, and 8, and she had 1 boy. He, according to my grandma, says he was so handsome. He was 8, and then he got diphtheria. So she buried all the children. 2 left, my mom, and then last youngest one. So my aunt and my mother was age quite different. And then they arranged by married by dad, and my dad come from the very strict family, but there is not enough children. My dad and he has a real age different brother, and he's also little bit like little bit. I think that's a dysfunction, kind of like a Frank. I think once in a generation they're heading. I think my uncle. I remember my dad was like a 25. He would be lots of age difference. So my dad raised him. So he raised like a 10 kids.
Uh-huh.
And then, he's unable to do a lot of things, but he's a soft guy, just like a Frank. There's no badness in him, but he doesn't know how to live life like other people. So my dad take him and taking care of him until he died during the Korean War. Nobody knows how he died. He just disappeared in the wartime. So many people died, so nobody. But my dad was a stern, strict, very intelligent, and he had a son, older son, and then next to me, and then son. But in Korea, when you get married, you gotta have a boy. If you get married, like if you don't have a boy,
you keep going.
yeah, they were just
Dismiss it.
discard. They can marry another woman just to have boy. Here, my mom came along. My dad was family, so children a boy. My mom came along, boy and 1 girl, and then boy. My dad was just treated like a king,
Uh-huh.
queen.
They're treated like that.
Yeah, and then my dad is just a 1 man, you devoted to my mom.
One
My-
woman man.
But yeah, my dad was a high strong temper, hyper, yeah, those kinds. I'm after my dad. My mom, yeah, my mom is a kind of, she's kind of weak, very not strong. So she have so many kid by kid, never had the nutrition food. So always weak. She gets sick easy, little bit cold. And she was working in the kitchen a little bit. She's sick, so she go in the bedroom, lay down. Then my father has to take over. There's a kids to feed, kids to send them to school. So many little ones. So my dad always helped my mom. So what is this? He had me. Here's a girl. He grew up. She's gonna grow up. She has to avoid my order, my dad. You have to come, okay, you finish high school 5 o'clock, you come straight home. You help your mom, shop in the kitchen. I'm real child, I'm much civilized them, my dad's old fashioned. They think the American people is savage, they're animal. So when World War II, that's how Japanese government took over Korea. So in the home we can talk Korean. As soon as we walk out of the house, go to school, we have to be everything Japanese.
Wow.
Yeah. So I speak perfect Japanese. We live by the Japanese rule. So when I was 13, I barely entered high school. 1945, August 15, World War II finished. So all the Japanese soldiers, that suicide, committed, jump in a river, jump in the sea. They evacuated back to Japan. But the Japanese people that time, the people are very high strung, most suicide, a lot of them, So that time in Korea, I never see American people in my life. And then, they celebrate victory, those America win, World War finished. And there's a street, it's not biggest street like that. Little street, car go back and forth. And my house is remote, small air. Eddie, you go over there, there's like a 4-5 house down. Little house. We live in a little house with so many kids. Come down. Oh my gosh, we were talking about great big truck, tank, American soldier, hair, bush, from it.
Good looking guys.
Yeah. I am standing there, I'm fascinating. That's the day I
She's
saw
Jane.
American.
She's Jane.
My mom come out, she grab me, they are animal, they're gonna grab you, they take you, rape you. And so I get, I want to, she drag me, hide, and then I sneak out to come out the street, stand corner, I watch it. Tank after tank,
Oh my
truck
God.
after truck. Yeah. Those words,
I love how she goes, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
But they were taking back Korea from Japan, and so that's when they were coming in, and that was right before the
Yeah,
Korean
that's the
War.
first time I saw America.
Yeah.
I grew up, born with Japanese, that's a wartime.
Right.
The World War II started like 1939, those ages. So 1932, I was born as a small, but when you reach, teenager, you start to have a lot of dreams. And 13, I know when I go to school, I learn a lot of Western type, the houses of American people are, the civilized people. I know all that, And my dad against, those animals, they're not human. Yeah.
He was right.
Especially come
He was right.
front line.
I need to stop.
Yeah, front
Okay.
line from the fighting. They're, hair bush, covered with dust, dirty like a mud, chock fruit pit. I'm just totally fascinated. I fall in love from day one that day. One of they said I'm gonna marry one of those.
Oh, we have got to stop because
Yeah.
my phone is going
One
out of
of
battery.
these days, yeah.
So I'm gonna go get a battery. So
Oh,
we
yeah.
can't lose a minute
We'll add
of you.
that to- remember where you were.
You're just beyond remarkable. I am so honored that you let me
Yeah.
film this. So I'm gonna stop right now. I'm gonna cut and
You still hungry,
and
babe?
Yeah.
You want me to
Yeah.
make you a sandwich or make you something?